Alright everyone, welcome back. This is Dempsey Roll and you are watching my Dragon's Dogma playthrough part 18. So let's get right into it. Main menu. Low-wad game. So the last time we played was, you could consider it part 2 of my general exploration of the map. So no major quests, but instead just roaming around. So this time around we were exploring the southwestern portion of Grancis, the world of Dragon's Dogma. And mostly it revolved around defeating the red dragon here, and actually I'm still standing in Devilfire Grove, which is the area that you fight the dragon, the red dragon here. That was quite the ordeal.
This looks interesting.
I ended up fighting it, and I was unprepared. Ran out of healing items, and went to the nearest camp. Let's actually take a look at the map here. I went to the nearest camp, which is here. Got whatever I could get in terms of healing stuff. Came back to fight it, only to find that its health regenerated. Its health was reset to normal. So all my hard work went down the drain. That meant I actually went back, all the way back to Grand Soren. So through this cave, through the ancient quarry, out the other end, over here, prepared for war, got everything I needed to get, and then made the trek back. And then we dealt with the dragon. But it was over. I actually looked back at the archive footage, and that whole ordeal was about an hour. Almost an hour's worth of fighting that dragon and the traveling involved. And it was intense. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I was like spent after fighting it. I just wanted to like relax after that, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go back to Grand Soren. I'll just chill on this rock until next time. So here we are, and actually, unfortunately, I was hoping that one of my weapons would have turned into a dragon forged weapon. However, it did not. Instead, my hat, this leather hood, turned into a dragon forged thing, denoted by the little dragon symbol on the left corner there. So it just confers some extra stats onto it. It takes it to another level beyond the 3rd level, I guess you could say. Well, now there's other things that we need to do on the map in this region, so let's just do that now. Okay, we'll follow this path. And we'll make our way. We'll just follow the path until we get to here. And we're gonna fight some bandits here. Yeah, that was quite the ordeal. Like, this game, the boss battles are really interesting in that sense, because it's not hard in the same sense as a Demon Souls game or any of the other Souls games. It's a very different kind of difficulty, because the dragon does do a significant amount of damage, but because you can pause the game to heal, and even with the quick healing button hotkey, healing is instantaneous pretty much. It means that you don't really have to worry about your survival in that sense. bandits, get over there. Alright. I mentioned this on the last stream, but it actually, the combat and the difficulty remind me of like an arcade game, which makes sense because Capcom does have its roots. They do have their roots in the arcades, and it's kind of like that. There's kind of this feeling of like the battles are like this sloppy struggle, for lack of a better term. Let's get out my torch. Oops, I have the wrong thing mapped, so let's just do that now. Oh, it's the left, okay. In a Souls game, you can get to a point where you've played the game so much that you will not sustain any damage. Like you can do a run where you take no hits or very few hits because you've really got the timing down, the attacks. A griffin attack? I am not interested. But in this game, I think it's a lot harder to avoid damage. There's just something really chaotic about the fights, where your enemies will just they're just gonna hit you. It's hard to see it coming. Okay, this is where we need to be to fight the bandits. And I wouldn't say it's a matter of being imprecise, because the combat is just so finely tuned and it's so responsive.
Bloody hell!
Ooh. Wow.
Bloody hell! Bloody hell!
No, they hold the advantage. Let us dispose our own run.
Oh man, there's a guy right here. Oh, oh! Wow, my pawns are quite weak. Weakened, I should say. Because of the battle with the dragon, they haven't had the time to heal. And I don't think they have any items to heal either. So yeah, I have to kill 10 of these bandits, I think. So I don't know how many that was just now.
It'll take more than that. We have triumphed.
Yeah, if I could explain the difference between the combat in a Souls game and the combat in Dragon's Dogma, it would be precision versus chaos. and this game kind of revels in that chaos. It's all about just really hectic combat that's just really fun to get in there and mess around. And yeah, you can heal in the middle of combat, but there's still, because of the amount of damage, the enemies deal, it's still quite a threat. You know what's cool just now? It might be hard to see on stream, but in the dark you can see the glowing eyes of the wolves. That's really cool. A really cool touch. I hear more wolves, but I don't see them. So we'll just carry on. Looking for more bandits. The next group of bandits that we see once we take them out, I'm going to take a look and see if there's a counter. If there's any kind of counter for the amount of bandits that I need to kill for this particular quest that I'm doing. And I'm certain that these are the ones that I need to deal with. Actually, let's take a look right now. No, not that one. Yes. Okay, see, it says there 8 out of 10, so I only have to take out 2 more.
Watch your back. Let's wait and see what they do. Don't allow them.
Just looking for more bandits. I know that there's quite a few up this road, so should be okay.
The goblins in this forest have a taste for human.
Goblins? Wolves? Yeah,
I will protect you.
that was a wolf there. I saw its glowing eyes. Another.
Watch their back, then take careful aim.
Fleeing. Wow, there's quite a few of them.
Don't allow them around. Watch their behavior. That's it. Careful aim. Let's wait and see what they do.
I really do think that the developers intended to have a day-night cycle, or rather, a weather system in this game, like rain and snow, thunder, and there is a section in this game with heavy wind. But yeah, that's just one of those things that I don't think they had time to fully implement, and
Watch their behavior.
perhaps in a sequel they could do. Sometimes I think about like what a Dragon's Dogma sequel could have, and you know the groundwork was laid out in this game, and they did have a lot of great ideas for more. Unfortunately, they weren't able to pull off all the things they wanted to do. But you know, I just think that the game that we ultimately did get, they pulled off a minor miracle in some respects, because what we did get was pretty darn great at the end of the day. Also, you have to consider like the team at Capcom that developed this game. I don't know how big how big the team was, right? But I can't imagine that they were as big as the teams that are... Oh, excuse me, I'm just scratching my nose here. My mic got in the way. When you consider the development teams involved with other open world type games, right? The ginormous teams in that Ubisoft used to do their Watchdog games and Assassin's Creed, teams that involve multiple studios all over the world, all working on a single game. Or you know, the same can be said about Grand Theft Auto, right? They take a long time to make their games. They spend a lot of money, obviously, and they too have large teams responsible for their games. And it shows, right? The effort in their work shows. And I suspect that the team behind Dragon's Dogma was much smaller than any of those, right? We're looking for more bandits to fight, but I don't see any. Bacon, I see what you mean. Like if they made a sequel, they can only improve things like the graphics and maybe scale. Yeah. In some ways, you could almost consider this first Dragon's Dogma game like a proof of concept. They still spent a lot of time and money, to be sure, to make this game. However, they've put it out on nearly everything at this point, and they've seen that it's been successful. More or less wherever it goes. You know, it's not breaking the bank here in terms of like making tons of money, but it still does well for itself for a game that is kind of old, right? And so that proof of concept now that they've laid that groundwork, as you said, they can really elaborate on that. The other thing to keep in mind is that I really don't know how many open world games Capcom have made, actually. So for them to pull this off as well as they have, that's something worth noting as well. It's quite a commendable effort, right? Like what's it called? Dead Rising. Those games, those aren't really open world games, I don't think, right? It's just that whole simulation kind of aspect that you would normally associate with open world games, like the AI, having proper AI, having like environmental changing weather and stuff like that. Those things that they could really elaborate on, and it's interesting to note, though, that like when you think about the lack of depth in those areas in this game, that there still remains like a tremendous amount of depth in other areas, areas that I would argue Capcom is very good at, things like the combat and having the magic and cool boss fights and stuff like that. Stuff that Capcom is really good at, and that developers like Rockstar aren't all that great with, like the combat and the shooting to this day in Grand Theft Auto games. Even simply the act of moving in a Rockstar game can be sometimes like really sketchy, to put it kindly. Red Dead 2, of course, being an example of some really wonky movement. I know. Tried that. Yeah, Bacon, you wouldn't call those open world, yeah. They're kind of like, Dead Rising's kind of like a contained space, right? I think maybe in the later games they attempted to make it more. This guy was backdashing like crazy. Oh, look, see? Backdash. I'm gonna kick you. So I'm actually just fighting around, hoping to encounter some more bandits, but they're not coming out. So what I think I'll do is change my area and then come back. Bacon, oh god, the movement in Rockstar, don't remind me. Yeah, I mean, just really disappointed that, for our particular tastes, that Red Dead 2 didn't really pan out. Well, this wolf would look much larger. I'm just gonna leave him alone. If they're not gonna really fight me, then I'm just gonna leave him alone. It'd be cool to have a wolf partner too. That's another thing. It's gonna run. Also, I can change my vocation. I think I'll do that. Those wolves are Tekken players, yeah. Wolf backdash, W Korean backdash, wolf backdash.
Up and at them, sir. We have triumphed. Did it. We're apt to meet bandits and thieves as oft as peddlers, master. Be watchful.
I hear more wolves, but we'll just ignore them. So my plan right now is to see if there are any quests at the first two settlements, the early settlements in the game. Let's just run by these guys. And I really don't think there will be any, but after that, I'll make my way back to this area, to that area I was just fighting around in, see if I can find two more bandits to kill, and then that'll be a mission down. You know, I just noticed there's this constellation here, look. Is that a real constellation? It kind of looks like an arrangement of stars that seems like something in IRL. But in all the stars in this, there's no constellation arrangement like that other than this. It's a very specific one. That's very interesting to me, and perhaps to no one else. Alright, let's see if there's anything that we can do here.
Set out from here and we'll be on the path to Grand Sword.
Okay, There's some quests on this board here. Hobble the foe. Kill 10 hobgoblins? Sure. Let's read this explanation. Gone are the days when goblins were confined to the Shadow Fort. Now, with the hobgoblins to lead them, they've marched on all of Grancis. We must not suffer them to grow any bolder. Slay the hobgoblins and stop this plague from spreading further. So the Shadow Fort is a quest that we did earlier. It's kind of like this battle to free the fort. And it was attacked by goblins. And now it says that the goblins are leaving the Shadow Fort now that we've dealt with them, I guess. So, confirm that. A rise to power. The Arisen must ever strive for greater heights of skill and valor, that they may stand against all challenges. Roam Grancis, owning your edge against these monsters. Kill 5 skeleton magi, sure. An airborne plague, okay. Basically kill some snow harpies. Dark Knights. What? Oh, defeat 5 skeleton knights. Though the griffin is king amongst the beasts of Blue Moon Tower, the skeleton knights that haunt the road before it are no less a threat. Their intelligence makes them difficult to pin down, though they still cannot outwit a living human. Prove it as you put them to the blade. Yep, sure. A hero's worth. Defeat 35 male bandits. Oh my gosh. 35? That's a lot. Well, we did. Hey, is this Gobble Bobble? Yeah, I hired this guy before, and look, he's level 43 now. So, what that tells me is that when I hired Gobble Bobble, that was a pawn with a player who's playing this game concurrently with me, as in whoever owns this pawn, he's playing this game right now, like contemporaneously as well at the same time as I am. That's what the hands mean. I think it means like the hands there in the corner. It means that I've hired this guy before, so he's doing well for himself. That's cool. You're level 43 now. Let's oh man, he's higher level than me. That means, look at that. It costs 765 rift crystals to take him. That's cool. Good for you. I think I might hire him. We'll see. Good old Gobble Bobble. What about you?
Hello. Can I help you? Can
No.
I bid you?
I'd also like to change my class, or rather my vocation. But let's just see if there's anyone to talk to.
There are pawns there among the armaments, should you desire their aid.
Don't think there's anything too interesting back here.
The encampments are shambles.
This place is... Hey, I've hired this guy too. Oh yeah, Busitania. I remember her. This is Busitania, isn't it?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, Arisen.
And this guy's Zangief, look.
Hello. Yes, Arisen.
Oh wow, as well, this player is much higher level than me as well. And this clown person, right here, that's Let's see if I remember her name. Circus Freak or something? Let me...
Hello.
Circus Beast. Yeah,
Yes, Arisen.
I hired all of these people before. That's cool. Now you can see them again.
Your calls travel the rift.
When you beat the game, the credits play and there's like this book and the pages flip through and it kind of shows you all the people that you've hired and as you've gone through the game, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. Alright. Okay. Well, this guy sells some interesting stuff, but I don't think I need it now. Let's sleep.
You can see. Have your pick. Any you like.
300G?
Understood.
Did it cost that much before? Ah, it doesn't seem as if anyone has taken my pawn. That's alright.
Touch a rift stone, you can guide a new pawn.
Is Gobble Bobbo still around? I'll take him. There's Zangief again.
Your calls travel the rifts, connecting this world with those beyond.
And another one of those like weird detail things that this game they didn't really think about was how the destruction here, and as you can see the fires, this all happened during the Hydra fight, which was so long ago, and yet you know, so many days have passed, so many events have happened in the story, and yet it still remains the same. Like, it just seems so artificial in that sense. Anyways, let's get Gobble Bobbo here. A little pricey, but it's okay. Who will we take out? Oh man, Casca. Oh yeah, let's get rid of Calithra.
I am honored to.
You can have something half decent. Have a small fish. Alright. Very deep voice. Alright. Now we are going to head back to the same area that we were at. Actually, before we do that, let's head back to Cassardis, the very first town, the fishing town that the Arisen comes from, our character. We'll see if there's any new quests there. I don't think there will be, but it's close enough that we can check and see.
Perhaps we'll find art of use. Perhaps we'll find ore among the crags that litter this place.
Now I'm in the habit of grabbing any mushrooms that I see. Mushrooms are super useful. The only drawback is that they go rotten. But we'll just grab some. And if you keep mushrooms hotkeyed, then you can just kind of keep running without bothering to pause the game, take some more mushrooms, unpause, and then run some more.
Is your hometown, is it not, Arisen?
So here we are back at Cassardis, and it seems like things are more or less the same. Let's just do a quick tour and see if there's anybody worth talking to. New missions. There's a good old Pablo. Huh, what are these? I think these are escort missions? Defeat 30 Saurians, sure. Defeat 10 deer, Defeat the griffin. Alright, we'll defeat the deer. I'd rather not kill non-hostile animals if I can, you know, if I can help it, but, well, this guy, what does he have to say? Let's just let these notifications, finish. You know, these structures are really interesting to me. Again, that's something from a previous long-gone civilization. Buried underwater.
I hope to see you
Valmiro.
this day, cousin. I have aught I would tell you. I have chosen to forego the fishing life, so I might travel the land and study its wonders. As such, I had hoped you might assist in preparations for my journey. How does this offer find you?
Sure.
I truly will always be in your debt. For all else, I must provision myself for the trek. I need goods that restore energy. Something to speed my steps when exhaustion creeps round. Might you find me some such heal?
To find some crap for this guy.
I know that healing items are of utmost.
Okay, have some of that.
Perfect. These should keep me from getting into too much trouble, at least when you aren't around to save me. Now, what's next? What's next? Ah, yes, some source of light. My travels will most likely...
Man,
I've learned what to
you
do.
gotta give this guy a lantern? Aw, man, jeez. This is probably my own lantern. Now I gotta buy another one for myself.
I needn't fear any darkness there, else I require...
Food? Oh my god.
Ah, it's not that I'm picky.
Get your own food.
I just don't know what's fit to eat other than fish.
Are you
Might
serious?
you find something I can bring, cuz?
Steak. That's what you can eat.
I'd best bring as much food as possible.
Oh, he doesn't... I don't have any food items? What a... Ugh. Alright. That guy, by the way, is one of the official romanceable options. Oh, this is my house.
Is this your home, Arisen?
Indeed. So if you have a romantic interest in this game and you put a ring on it, so to speak, figuratively and literally, because you can get a ring, they'll live here. They'll end up just living here, and like some characters are more useful than others. There's the witch in the forest. She can live here, and she'll actually make potions for you, like curing items, anything that anything that you can craft. I think she can craft it as well, and maybe stuff that you can't craft. I'm not sure. She'll just hang out. Other characters do stuff like that too. I'm not sure exactly what. Unfortunately, with her in particular, I missed my opportunity to do her full quest line. And I think that forfeits your chance to put a ring on it. I think. So that might have to be something for another time. Maybe if I get this game on PC, or who knows. Or just in New Game Plus. And that's exactly the same thing that happened to me on my first run of this game when I played it long ago. I kind of did things out of order. Well, I wouldn't say out of order. I just kind of did whatever I felt like I wanted to do, and the order that I did things in resulted in the closing off of some quest lines for me, unfortunately. That's kind of like the game player I am, especially when it comes to Souls games as well. Stuff will just I'll just forget about certain quests, or the little hints that that games give you about certain quests. I will not pay attention to that. And I'll end up messing up a quest line or something, which means that I have to do it again in a New Game Plus. So I think there's actually something that I can get here. See, because there's a barrel there, right? A box. I think there's something I can get here. It's not the edge of the world. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Aha! Look at this. Conqueror's Pride. That's useful. Yeah, all this stuff is pretty useful.
Have we sufficient curatives?
Gobble Bobble's voice cracks me up. Now, I'm thinking that there's more. Ah, yes, right here. That little crate was like a hint. I don't think I've ever done this before. Oh, don't fall. Shit.
Cave.
Yeah, there's this cave. Wait. She picked something up. Cloudwine? Oh, I missed it. Look. There's a tomb here.
The shore is lovely, but best avoid the water's edge lest you meet the brine.
I don't think there's any real official story-related reason why this is here. So it's really left up to your imagination. Okay, so let's go down. I mean, it's right below the chieftain of this village, his house. So it could be related to the chieftain, or perhaps the founder of Cassardis. But who can say? Who can say? Let's get that empty flask. All right, let's hurry things along. There's stuff over there, but we don't have to go there because I don't think there'll be anybody there to give quests. And we're just gonna look for any quests to do here. I don't expect there to be anything, but just do a quick look around. There's this old lady. Oh, you know what? I should buy another lantern because
Met with you. You look well.
this guy took my lantern. And he needs food. I mean, can I just get a carrot? And give him a carrot? Oh, she doesn't sell lanterns? That's what I need.
You look good, Tate.
Okay.
Seems they trade in textiles, though I'm not certain they're open.
Let's see, someone here should sell.
This looks quite fresh. Hello.
Hello?
Met with the Duke then, have you?
Look how small these people are. Ah, here we are. Get one of those. Does this lady sell any meat? Okay. Before I forget, let's go into my. Look at that! Look at all these spears and weapons. I don't think you ever get a spear with such a large blade like that. Okay, so gonna grab a chunk of meat.
They say that you... What can I
Good
do
old
for
Pablo.
you? As you will.
Withdraw. And we'll get him some meat. Maybe that. I don't want to give him ambrosial meat. That's too good. Too good for him. But I'll take it just in case he doesn't accept the other one.
As you will. What can I do?
Alright.
Can now.
You don't really cook meat in this game, unlike, say, Monster Hunter. Or you need to cook the meat before you eat it. You just eat it. Alright, I do not see... Let's just continue on our way to the other side and see if we run into that guy. Because, people walk around in this game, right? The NPCs. They have their own cycle, so to speak. Let's take some oil. At least I can run as much as I want. Hey! Nothing? There's the village chief. He's attending services, I guess. This door cannot be opened. But one time I saw a character run through the door. That was weird. I do not think it can be opened. Okay, so it doesn't seem as though there's any other quests to do here other than the one that I'm currently doing. Let's just make sure I have it queued up on the quest log here. Farewell, Varelmiro. It specifically says you have to get sour ambrosial meat. Wow, okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so I have ambrosial meat on me, but to get sour ambrosial meat, you actually have to wait.
Oh, well and good, but what can I
Real
do?
time. Rest, manage store
As you
items. Withdraw. You have to wait. Like actual gameplay time to pass so that the meat reaches the sour state. And sour meat is actually the best kind of meat. Oh, here we go. In the sour state, they actually heal more and they cost more, like in terms of like selling it. I must have forgotten that because up until recently, I just thought that once it turns sour, it's bad, and that it would be worth less. Worth less and cost less, or sell for less. But I'm wrong. And then once it reaches the next stage after that, that's when it's basically rotten, and it's no good. So you might as well trash it. I don't think there's anything else you could do with it at that point, but once again, I could be wrong. So, is that him? Let's just pause the game. This is someone else, so he has another quest. Let's just pause the game for now. I'm going to take a little break, little bathroom break, and I'll be back. So hold on tight. See you then. Alright, I'm back, and let's just see what this guy has to say.
No, trail can't grow cold now. Oh, Father, where are you? What in the Maker's name is the Arisen? No, who am I to question Fortune's gift? Please help me find my father. He's a gardener in his Grace Duke Edmund's castle. I awoke one morning to find him vanished without a word.
I know exactly what gardener he's talking about. This is the gardener that is like a philosopher.
I've searched for near on a week now, but found... I beg your aid, Sir Arisen. I've truly nowhere else to turn. Take this. My father will know it'll make us speak.
Interesting. So that kid's dad, does he live here and then commute to Grand Soren for work? That's a pretty long trip. What about this guy?
What? Why is this happening?
Huh?
What's that? What?
That guy's tripping out. I don't think there's anybody here. Oh, actually there is. It's all these kids.
My father's...
Oh, it's Tomlin. When you beat the game, there's actually something new that happens here. It's kind of like an access point to battle the endgame dragon boss, kind of like a raid called the Dragon. And I think that that's where you can access the Dragon. But I am looking for Valmiro. Do I have that quest highlighted? Quests. Ah. Yes. View on map. Did he leave? Are you kidding me? Did he actually travel somewhere? I would be shocked. Doesn't seem like it. What in blue blazes? Help Valmiro. Sour ambrosial meat should serve well. Okay. Let's just double check if I have that. Yeah, it's kept. I think that should still count. We gotta find this guy.
Hello.
Valmiro.
Why not avail yourself of the inn to rest a while, Arisen?
Ah, here he is.
I'd best bring us...
Here you go. Knock yourself out.
Ah, this should be food enough. That should take care of the essentials.
Oh, one more thing.
A good luck charm to guide me.
What now? Do I have it?
Ill fortune.
Oh my god. What does he want now? A pilgrim's charm.
Mayhap a charm would ease his mind.
It's possible that I might have one. It can be crafted as well, I'm sure.
All welling, but what can I do you for? As you will.
Withdraw. We're looking for the pilgrim's charm. Here we go. I've got one.
As you will. What can I do?
I don't know how rare those are, but we'll just give it to him.
This looks interesting. Let's hurry that charm to Valmiro, Arisen. I recall charms and wards in Grand Soren's shops.
Grand Soren's shops? Here's your stupid charm.
Ill fortune will doubtless visit my journey at some good luck charm. Aha, yes! This
Take
should
it
be
and get
all.
out of my
I
face.
believe I finally have everything I need to set up.
Shall we see to his luggage?
This is more baggage
What?
than I imagined.
Okay.
I had planned to pack sparingly, but See now that proper caution cannot be taken lightly. Beg forgive me, Cos, but
One more favor.
could I trouble you to take my things to the...
You kidding me?
I've gained quest
This guy is not... He's not meant for travel. Can I just jump down? Does this stuff break? This is the speedrun strat here. You gotta jump. I don't know if that's actually faster. Oh, at least my pawns are carrying it too. That's good. It'd be very annoying if I had to do it by myself. There it is. Jerk. Is there more?
I am sorry for all the... I would not have troubled you again.
Oh, here comes the last one. Gobble Bobble, bringing up the rear.
Fantastic. That is well and truly everything. I have stolen too much of your time.
You
and
have.
Yet can only give thanks. in
Are you
return.
serious? Give me some money.
Please, Cos, join me in a drink as thanks for your kindness.
I'll take a drink. Ooh, look at this. He'll pay you with likes. Yeah, that was like a mini
You must
Death
thank my
Stranding
man
mission
who
right
set off
there.
in the name of research, what with the dragon so near at hand. What's a fisherman gain from the study of plant and beast in the first place, huh? In truth, I have no proper answer. I simply find such things enjoyable. I don't want to merely dream of the outside world.
Keep on keeping
I
on.
must see it with my own eyes, uncover its mysteries. The journey will not be easy, I'm sure. It would be a lie to say I do not fear the dangers ahead. But if not now, when? We are alike, you and I. Two simple folk, thrust into a grand adventure far
You're
beyond
lazy.
themselves.
My
I'll
pawn's
not
face
say
always
dragon,
cracks
of
me up.
course.
He looks like a
Maybe
brown
space,
Bobby Hill.
I might yet aid folk in my own way. Dawn is breaking. I'd best be off. When we return from our quest, I would be honored to share a cup with you again.
See that right there? The game knows to put the Valmiro has to put his hand on my character's shoulder, but that changes if I'm taller or shorter, right? So they had to make some tweaks on the fly, I guess, for that. It's pretty interesting. Otherwise it'd be super awkward, right?
For all his eccentricities, there is aught about him that draws others in.
Gobble Bobble, probably the same
As
thing.
he appears calm, at least. For all his eccentricities.
Yes, yes, yes.
There is aught about him
Look
that
at his
draws
bow,
others
it's
in.
super sweet. Holy smokes. Okay.
Where do you suppose he was from,
Alright, so we've passed sufficient amount of days. And now it's time to head back and kill a couple more bandits to finish off that quest. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm not doing any of the escort missions. That's something that is best done with port crystals and fairy stones, but I'm not going to be using them, at least not at this moment, not right now. Maybe if I want to get the platinum, I might go for that then. I might just start using it just to polish off the last few trophies I need, but for now, I will not.
Bide your time, then strike.
Many people play this game for the first time, accept an escort quest, not realizing that they have to go very far and into some pretty dangerous territory, such as the dragon that I had to fight last time I played. and it's like just such a shock, right? That you know, you're so early on in the game, and you have to deal with like a dragon, and you have to keep this one guy alive the whole time, and not even the dragon, but even the bandits. Early on in the game, bandits can be quite tough. So that's one of those things where this game kind of slaps you in the face, like a wake-up call, like, wow, this game is not messing around. But if you use a fairy stone, and if you arrange your port crystals smartly, you can minimize the stress involved with escort quests. You can basically just teleport to where you need to go, drop the guy off, and then teleport back to where you were from, where you started. And I don't think that all escort quests are necessary to get the platinum in the game. Yeah, only a few certain ones, because there's a ton. And escort quests also help you gather. Report back to Ophis. Okay, so I killed enough bandits necessary, so that's good. Let's just clear these guys out while we're here. That was what I set out to do. Kill 2 more bandits, and I did. Oh, stamina. Took a mushroom just now. Alright. Let's see what... speak with the citizenry to learn of the gardener's disappearance, Maker's mercy. You said, okay, the ambush. Cyclops. Okay. Yeah, so doing the escort quests helps to build up the social link, for lack of a better term, with the character involved. And if you increase that social link enough, you can basically that will help make that character become your beloved, become your romantic option. Sometimes in the early days of this game, sometimes that would be very accidental. Like, you would do quests for people, even the act of talking to someone, like the shopkeepers, would gain points. These invisible points for becoming beloved, to get into a relationship with a character. And you can actually tell if your character is gaining points with another NPC when you hear like this kind of like sparkly, shimmery sound every time you talk to them. And completing that guy's mission just now, Valmiro, the last time I talked to him, there was that shimmery sound. So yeah, there was like, you know, the start of like building a relationship with that guy. And there are other ways to make it so that the one that you target, the person that you want to have a relationship with, will be someone specifically that you would want, that you're targeting. You can give them things that they like in other games. You can do other quests for them, and all of that counts. And you can also, there is like a ring that you can give someone, and that counts big time for that. But at a certain point in the game, the dragon will basically present to you who is your beloved. Whether you're aware of who that person is or not. Like, right now I'm not necessarily targeting anyone. I might try and shoot for someone at a later time. But, yeah. The dragon presents this to you, and it, you know, it can be quite the shock sometimes, like, especially in the early days of this game when it first came out. You're like, what? Some dude? Or like the, you know, the innkeeper? What? Asalam? I did not mean to date that guy. He was not my targeted beloved. Ouch. If you perform that move that I just did right now off a cliff, not jumping mind you, you will not take fall damage. Let's see if my pawns will mine this source. I can do it myself, but I really dislike mining. So let's just see if they do it. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I know you can do it. Oh wait, I have to actually give them a mining tool. I don't have one on me. There's... Okay, so... Only Jerry has one, but she's busy healing right now. Let's see. Please mine this. I like to give a pickaxe to all my party members so that they can do it, but I haven't done that yet. One more time. Alright. Pretty sure I'm going the right way for a shortcut. Yeah. Need some more mushrooms. I think it's possible to run into a griffin here. If it does come, I will not battle it.
This is a fine place to lie in ambush, Arisen.
And there's Grand Soren.
Shall we jump?
Oops.
On our path,
Let's see.
or our lives.
Oops. That didn't work. Let's try that again. I think you have to do it a little later. And we're almost there. Good old Grand Soren. So there is a quest to do here. That originated from Cassardis. There's some kid and his father's missing. He's the gardener for the Duke, a character that I've met before. The gardener who's quite philosophical about his job. He's a cool dude, so I hope he didn't die. But also, it's probably about time to take on a real mission. So, a main quest. So we'll probably do that. We'll queue one up. And I think, let's see if we can upgrade anything. I don't think so. No. Nope. Nope. Okay. So, where's this telling me to go on my map? Okay. when this game came out on the PS3, I actually had taken a break from playing Capcom games for a good long while. Actually, let's just hear what this guy has to say first.
Well met, Arisen. How may I aid you, sir? You seek a wayward gardener?
Yeah.
I fear I'll be little help for your cause. Yet hold a moment. We had cause to interrogate a castle laborer some days past.
What?
Our spies learned of a plot wherein secrets of state were leaking to a gang of bandits. I believe the workman suspected of this sedition is in our custody. I fear that's as much as I know, sir. That I could aid you.
I pray I missed
Seek out Tomlin's father. Yeah, I think in the PS3 360 generation, generally a lot of Capcom games didn't really appeal to me, even though in the broader history of Capcom games, I actually really do like many of their games. That PS3 360 generation just seemed a little shaky to me, and maybe that's due in part to the fact that they outsourced their games to other developers outside of like that central Capcom Japan studio. I believe that the first Dead Rising game was developed internally, but the other ones were not. And you know, that first one looked really cool to me, but the other ones, the later ones, kind of didn't look as fun.
You'll go no further.
Oh, really? Alright, if you say so. I'm looking to get into the dungeon. You know what I'm saying? How do I get to the dungeon? Let's take a look at the map here. Huh. Right there. Was that the guy that was blocking me? Okay, yeah, that guy, he won't let me go past. I'm looking to go downstairs. There's good old Festy and the king. He's like grooving. Alright. Well, let's see what this guy has to say.
You are to see me for your assignment. I speak for his grace on Sunday. Pray, make your choice, sir.
Gather evidence for an important trial. Okay, let's do that later, because I really would like to go downstairs. Don't know how to get there. Ah. Aha. I should know, because I've actually been thrown in jail twice now in this game. Once through the normal course of the story, and another time accidentally. I accidentally punched somebody. Okay. Alright. Hope no one minds that I'm gonna spring this guy loose.
My permit, there, my son, is safe. Maker be praised that such a fate could befall me. I never so much as considered it. 'Twas ill luck alone put me in this spot. I but overheard a conversation. I was attending to my duties as a royal aide, and a nobleman spoke nearby, yes? But I knew them not, and gave their fervent whispers little attention. Yet without warning, I found myself summoned by a guard. He accused me of spying on the pair, and banished me to the dungeon forthwith. I've lived the memory many times over in this place. Most like I could recall parts of the conversation if pressed.
If pressed. Yeah, do you mean torture?
That means naught now. I seek only to save my life, or failing that, keep harm from my son. Time is short. The guard will return ere long, and begin their interrogation. Most like they'll employ torture, which leaves my chances of survival pitifully low. I implore you, Arisen. You are my final hope.
Okay.
Oh, the key to... I wager the guard abandoned it somewhere. But for Maker's sake, take care. You'll join me here if you call.
back in here. So this is not the gardener that I was thinking of. The philosopher gardener. This is another gardener, but we'll save them all the same. So we're on the lookout for the guard here. Don't want to get caught. Just take a quick peek. Okay, we need a... We need a skeleton key. Oh crap. Let's see if we can make one. Okay. I cannot make one.
Twould be a fool's errand to leave by the... Long ago, a former prisoner swore me that his escape was made by way of a passage told only by the howl of the wind. Let's make for this hidden route, Arisen. I warrant little...
Huh. Interesting. Let's see if I can make one. I need a skull and some manacles. I think it's possible to make it another way, but that's the only way I know how. Hey, I'm by myself. Oh, the pawns don't come with you when you enter the Duke's presence. When you... Oh. So I'm kind of... Well, this is a little different. Let's just quickly see what I can combine. Pickaxe, no. 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 Looking to make a key. If I can make a key, it'll be all good. I forgot that you cannot take the pawns aren't allowed in the presence of the Duke. And I think there's a lore reason for that. However, right now, because my pawns are the ones that usually carry stuff. I wonder what's going to happen here. What's going to happen?
'Tis madness to attempt escape through the main gate.
Okay, okay. Okay, he hides back there. That's good, though. That is good. What I will do is come back. Unless there's a key here. No. Alright. I'll come back. I'll come back, dude. Don't worry, don't worry. I'll be back. It might be dark now, actually. If it's dark, I'll have to pass time. But I'll save you. Don't worry, man. Let me just get a skeleton key. I'll take even 2 for safety. See, here are all my pawns just chilling. Okay, so let's see if they have the stuff I need. They do not. No problem. We'll just head back down and get what we need to get. Nope. Right here. Asalam is there. He didn't load in yet. Yep. Withdraw. We are looking to get a skeleton key. Do I have one? It's easy enough to make one. Do that, combine. Just need to find the skull. I don't have a skull. Oh, here we are. You need these. Okay. Okay, let's make... Yeah. Okay. And now I have to actually take it. Withdraw. Tools. I think it's considered a tool. This is something that I dislike about this game as well. It's just like sorting through the menus and all of that stuff. Just need my key, please. Skeleton key. Is it in my inventory? Okay.
Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
Okay, we're just gonna go through it one by one. All this just to get a guy out of jail. I have 7 pickaxes. That is far too many. Let's give one to Casca. Let's give one to Gobble Bobble. But I will not carry one myself. I refuse. Oh, I should take these. These tactics basically help the pawns in terms of fighting. It gives them knowledge to better battle various enemy types. Seriously, where's the key? It's probably in a different category. I'm looking at the wrong categories. I can never get it straight. Here we are. So it's in other for future reference. Let's take 5 and give Bold Jerry 2 for the future. Okay. Oh. See these things? Bitter Black Armor level 2, Bitter Black Armor level 1. These are from these are gifts from other players. When they take my pawn, they can give the pawn a gift, and normally you gift like rotten meat and apple if you're feeling nice. But once the DLC came out, you could actually give them something a little better. Those things, and those are basically unidentified items. They introduced unidentified items in Bitter Black Isle, so you can gift them those things, and it's up to it's up to the player to identify them. I believe it can only be identified in Bitter Black Isle, so I'd have to go there. And I think you get some really good loot. You get some, you know, practically endgame type stuff, or at least post-game DLC type stuff. which is awesome. I always keep on forgetting where the dungeon is. And I could get that identified right now, however, I feel like if I were to use that stuff, it'd probably be too good, and it would trivialize the rest of the game. Alright, so here's this guy. I think he's free now. He's back in jail. I had to use a skeleton key once again. That's pretty lame. Yeah, okay, so come on. He's coming along. And this is the one we need to open. Kinda sucks that, it kinda sucks that, skeleton keys get used up. And yeah, we're on our way to freeing this guy. I don't think he can die from these snakes and stuff. Hopefully not. That would suck if he died. These snakes actually freak me out. So generally today was kind of like another kind of minor mission cleanup. Where are you going, idiot? Did he run away? Okay, good, good, good. Throw a snake at them. This guy sounds like such a wimp. He sounds like Dobby from Harry Potter. I need mushrooms. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Skull I don't need. Alright, I think he's a free man.
Masterfully done!
Masterfully done.
We've escaped the castle.
Yeah.
Let's do the southern gate. Our pursuers dare not follow into the city proper. We've not long now.
Oh, really? I thought he'd be able to make his way out now. We gotta get this guy fully out. We gotta spring him. Oh. The kid found him.
Tomlin, my son! My son!
What? How? He traveled all the way?
I heard tell the Arisen made for the capital and prayed to find you here. I can't even imagine what they must have done to you. It's all over now. I owe you so much, Arisen. Thank you.
How about some money?
Nothing weighed against your actions, Arisen.
I'll accept money.
Without your aid, I would not stand afore you, nor see my son again.
This music.
This whole ordeal has a foul air about it. I fear the whispers I overheard are joined to sinister workings in the duchy.
The duchy.
Perhaps we shall learn what the talk concerned ere long. I only pray it causes us no further trouble. I've naught with which to repay your kindness. If ever you find yourself in need, only say the word, and I'll be at your side.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but I accept. So is that mission accomplished?
Simply leave word with the innkeeper.
I owe you so much.
Don't they have any magical items or something? Come on.
Those without a trade or the means to earn a wage.
Seems that there are people live here as well.
So, it looks like this mission is still going on. We need to escape through the southern gate. Quests. You make contact with Ansel, Tomlin's father. Rescue him from the castle dungeon without alerting the guard.
I can ill return to my old post, I fear.
This is him. Okay, so can we please hurry things along? Oh. Okay. Oh my god. He's kind of freaking out a bit in terms of the AI. Yeah, he's gonna go out there. Okay. I guess I will too. And then I will queue up a new mission at the castle. See what that's all about. But I probably will stop there Just a short stream today.
They'll not soon forget
There,
your
a
hand.
tower in the distance. What says the map, Arisen? They'll not soon forget your hand in rejoining them, Arisen.
Okay. Let's go back. Ba, ba, ba.
Soaked to the bone.
So in a future Dragon's Dogma, I would hope that they kind of increase the care that they put into the characters, because currently it's really actually kind of hard to care, to use the word again, about anyone and any of these characters, right? They're just, they're just so simple. They're just basically quest givers and objectives, and it's hard to really have any kind of affection towards any of them, except for maybe the romanceable ones, but even then that's kind of slim, and there's a huge chance you might even miss the opportunity to romance them in your first time playing. So the end result is this kind of game that it just feels very artificial, like everyone that you talk to, and Capcom is a company that is capable of making memorable characters, people that you care about. So I don't think that's a problem. In some respects, I do think that this was by design, that they made these characters so simplistic, and that it kind of feeds into the story. But that's one of those chicken and the egg things where they made it that way so that the story could complement it, or rather that the story complements how simplistically they made the characters,
You are to see me.
All right.
I speak for His Grace. Pray, make
Gather
your choice.
evidence for an important trial. I think this quest is called Trials and Tribulations.
And a right to hear, sir. You know of Fornival, aye?
Fornival
He
is
among
this
the
landlord
wealthiest of
guy.
Gran Soren's merchants, though now he stands to lose all.
He's kind of
He's
sketchy.
accused of a litany of crimes. I would beg a favor, if you.
Yep.
It seems Fornival was as busy in his underground dealings as in his honest work. His bill of crimes includes bribery, fraud, abduction,
and the selling of secrets.
even
Yeesh.
collusion with salvation. The inquest. Should the present tide prevail, he will likely be found guilty and put to death.
Put to death. Ay, ay,
Opinions
ay.
are split, however, on the credibility of the present proofs and testimonies. A few days yet remain before the matter is decided. I ask that you
Gather
any
what
proof
facts
is
you
welcome,
can.
be it evidence or testimony, aught that clearly shows his guilt or innocence. Justice must be done, and for that,
Collect evidence. So this is actually a very good example of what I'm talking about. So I was saying how this game doesn't really get you too invested in the characters, the people involved in this world. Not many of them, at least. And this quest has us dealing with Fornival. Fornival we've actually dealt with before. He's kind of like this merchant who owns a lot of land, and one of the earlier quests involved us basically acting as a... what's the term? Kind of like his muscle, for lack of a better term. We had to go around and talk to people that owe him money, people that live on his land, and we had to tell them to leave. Right? Leave this land because Fornival wants to sell it for a lot of money because he's got a lot of debts. But what I ended up doing was just paying off Fornival, the money that he needed for his debts so that all the people could stay. That's kind of like the nice guy route, rather than kicking them out, right? Kicking the people out. And yeah, so Fornival's this kind of like sketchy individual, and now he's he has a trial, but I feel like it's just hard to really care about any of that because you know, they just don't do enough to make you feel like this Fornival guy is a huge jerk, right? From his dialogue to his actions, they just needed to push it more and push the player more in terms of like making you feel something towards this guy, you know, feel like you dislike him, right? So now he's on trial, we gotta do all this stuff, and it's just like, you know, yeah, whatever, I'll do it, but I don't really care necessarily about any of this. It's just something to do. And when you look at, you know, a game like The Witcher, they just do a far better job of making you care about all the characters that were in it. See Trials and Tribulations, that's a Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright reference. That's kind of funny. Yeah, so we gotta talk to a bunch of people and see what's what with this Fornival guy, blah blah blah. But I think I might do that another time. Today we'll just do a small one because yesterday and the other day were a little longer, a little more lengthier streams. So we'll just cut short today's, and we'll continue next time. I might even do this Fornival business off stream. I'm not sure. Because it is just talking to a bunch of people, but I could probably think of things to say as we're doing that mission. So well, we might do it on stream, and it might not take too long. Hopefully, then we can move on to juicier stuff like fighting things, you know, the real meat of Dragon's Dogma. But anyways, that's it for now. So thanks for watching, and I'll probably be back tomorrow, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Jump for joy. Thanks again.